What is up? Welcome, and of course, welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. If it's your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we are in the midst of an amazing series, No Cash Clash, episode 14. Super excited to be doing this series, and I'm just so excited that you guys are excited. People loving it, people hitting the like button, making the like button happy by depressing it, and of course, I am on the defense right now. So we'll show this defense, and I just want to give a quick reminder, a shout out to use code Galadon because it does support the channel, and I know that you guys have probably heard this before, but just wanted to remind you it expires every 7 days, and it costs you nothing. I send 10% to charity and 10% back to you guys of what I get through you using code Galadon. All right, so let me know if you'd use it down in the comments, and of course on Twitter, I am doing random gift card giveaways all of the time. But let's get back into the action because, of course, the little Town Hall 6 that could trying to get to Town Hall 7 by the end of this season, it looks like it will happen. Right now, we're showing a defense, and a little bit later on in the episode, I will show you the absolute best way to gain free trophies as a lower Town Hall level player. It works just about every time, and it takes advantage of the loot system and what is kind of unfair to lower level town halls right now, but we'll talk about that as we get there because it's a thorn in my side about this account. It really is. But I've noticed that no matter what town hall level you are, players find that they've got way too much of one resource and never enough of the other. All right, turning to offense and using a slightly more complicated, I guess you would say, attack than just straight out Barch. We are going for lightning with some giants. I'm not using the healers yet, just a little bit of everything else. The idea being, well, okay, I'm not really sure why this guy's base is set up like this, but it was, and we took out one mortar. So really our only other concern are the wizard towers and the other mortar. The wizard towers, well, they're right out on the edge, bro. So what am I going to do? Of course I'm going to come wipe them out. Got some wall breakers. Okay, got a ton of wall break. Eventually I get in. Sloppy, I know, lazy perhaps. But the wizards come in as the wizard tower is firing on the giants. And then, yes, I've used up all of the wall breakers, so we can't get into this wall here. But that's okay because we'll just muscle our way through. And we, of course, have the dragon that's going to come in and try to keep it away from the air defense early on anyway. The air defense, pretty well placed. Always a good idea to keep that near the core of your base so that it can defend against those pesky air troops down here at Town Hall 6 and 7. Everybody picking up dragons or baby dragons or balloons in their clan castles when on the offense when they can. And then, of course, Town Hall 7. I'm excited. I'm really excited about all of the cool stuff that unlocks at Town Hall 7. Very ready to start playing that level. And, of course, we will be there for a while. So we'll focus on offense. We'll focus on defense. We'll focus on different strategies. And, of course, Barbarian King. It's probably the thing I look forward to the most. Of course, it's the level 5 Barbarian King that I really want. I want that first Iron Fist ability to unlock. So, okay, that was a 3-star, more or less. Yeah, oh, there it is. Oh, what the heck? Okay, I guess, so this makes sense. You see, you keep the camps up there, you keep the barracks up there, then you keep the builders up there. And what that is the troops in the barracks protect the builders, so the builders can be constantly making the base stronger. This way, your base goes faster. But you never know. Honestly, you never know what players are thinking when they build these things. I mean, yeah, okay. All right, so let's see. Where were we? Oh yeah, we're flying through the upgrades. I've got a lot of upgrades done, and I know I've said this before, but I'm skipping through many of the boring upgrades just so you guys don't need to see every single mine, every single elixir collector that gets upgraded. But you'll notice the walls. That's right, the walls are getting there. And again, we've got tons of loot, and here at Town Hall 6, I feel like I haven't needed to do that many raids. I mean, it honestly seems like the loot comes relatively easily, although of course we have to wait a few minutes for each next raid. So we went ahead and upgraded the mortar. We've got an air defense going up. Now, of course, at higher Town Hall levels, it's always a good idea to balance your base. Meaning don't have all of your defenses on one side or the other side of the base upgrading at the same time. Right here, down at Town Hall 6 or so, I don't think it really matters that much. If somebody's going to come in and wreck you, they're going to wreck you. There's really not much of a chance for you to stop them unless it's an absolutely terrible attack. And that's the great thing about lower level Town Halls in Clash of Clans. There are many very poorly educated players. And I don't mean like school. I mean like they just don't know the fundamentals of the game. And you'll notice Supercell has tried. They've put out those, battle tutorials that essentially teach you how to attack and then give you free loot as a reward for learning the attack. Oh, wait. Speaking of, well, okay, so we'll start doing those at Town Hall 7 and the Goblin maps and the achievements. Oh my gosh, there's so much to be done. I'm going to be a busy little Town Hall 7 once we get the Town Hall upgrading. But of course, we've got the lightning spell, then we've got 2 levels of heal spells to go as well. In the meantime, okay, I wanted to talk about what I started to do at the end of last episode, and that was the elixir trick. You'll notice that I've spent just about all of my gold, and that's where I'm investing a lot of my gold is into walls. That's helping me get down to 0, even though most raids I'm finding a relatively equivalent amount of gold and elixir, right? You find that it's not usually way off, but we're intentionally, for attackers coming after our base, making it way off. I don't have a lot of places to spend the elixir. The spells are stacked, and there's really nothing else. So we sit with nearly 2 million in elixir not available, but stored up, and almost no gold whatsoever. So the idea here is that hopefully attackers will just go after the elixir storages and give me trophies. Now you'll notice if you watched last episode, okay, here goes the last level of the lightning spell to level 3. If you notice last episode, I was at about 914 trophies. Now I'm at 963. It has been working, and we'll show you a couple of quick replays of exactly why. I mean, there's not a lot to this, right? Players come in, they see that there's a ton of loot available in elixir and not a lot in gold. Now, speaking of a ton of loot, have you ever seen this much loot available as a Town Hall 6? I was absolutely shocked off of my chair when I saw this. This feels like a Town Hall 13 raid. My Galadon 13.0, I can't even talk because I got so excited when I saw this raid. Town Hall 13 see amounts like this, and I got it as a Town Hall 6. Now, of course, the sad part is I can't use all of the elixir. We're going to focus on the gold. We dropped in the lightning spell. This is pretty much my standard modus operandi every time I attack. Try to get in there, use the lightning spells to take down at least one mortar, then the giants to try to roll in and maybe get any other splash damage or air defenses out of the way. That way the dragon and the remaining barge can move on in. If possible, I've got 2 different entry points trying to get into that mortar, as you can see, and then the air defenses, well, they're low level. I mean, they're pretty low level, so we weren't really that worried about it. And again, we're just focused on the gold. The elixir is going to fill up shortly, so we kind of took a look at where this base's gold storages and gold mines were and focused on that portion of the base first, hoping that we could get most of the gold and a little bit of elixir. Doesn't really matter. Stars, we know that we're going to get at least 50% for damage, and maybe, just maybe, the dragon gets into the town hall. Hard to say as we were rolling up against these 3 massively huge air defenses that just look so intimidating. I mean, as an attacker, you have to love it when people rush. I love their walls. The walls, those are epic. Thank you so much. Anyway, so the dragon, the wizards get in there. We've got at least 1 wizard on the town hall, so that looks good for the 2nd star. And as you can see, the loot is going my way. My elixir storage is completely full. We don't need his dark. We don't need his elixir at this point. We're just trying to get every last bit of gold coinage into the storages. But then, even then, I'm telling you guys, it's so easy right now. I know what you're saying. Many of you are just thinking, wait, Galadon, you just wait till you suffer through Town Hall 9 hero levels like I did, or Town Hall 10 walls like I did, or farming for the eagle at Town Hall 11 like I did. I know you guys, okay? I realize that, and that's, where I see the challenge, and I'm actually way behind the average viewer because I know that so many of you have already done this free to play, and now it's Galadon playing catch up. It's kind of a funny little reversal of roles, right? Usually Galadon gems to max and then everybody else tries to catch him. Now you guys have farmed way past me. I'm trying to catch up, and I've heard a lot of you actually in the comments and on Twitter have told me that you've started a new account of your own, which I think is super cool. So I'm excited to see that, see your progress as well, and I will try to keep my progress reasonable, in that I'm not going to stop playing this account. As long as you guys keep coming and watching these videos, I will definitely keep making them. And heck, even if you didn't, I'd have to keep playing because it's now a personal challenge. I want to get up there. I want to see how far I can go in 2020, farming, free to play, no cash clash, and the Elixir Trickster. That's right, watch out, because next episode we'll have some defenses. We have those large, round, well-endowed elixir storages on the outside of the base. We'll see if some attackers are going to go after them, or if they're going to take out my base completely. In the meantime, thank you as always for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You are the true Gala fam. I appreciate every gosh darn last one of you. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to people, animals, and the planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, admit it, you're dreaming about Jin's, aren't you?